By nature, people like to be right. We like to be correct. It just makes us feel smarter. And kids are people too, so they like to be right as well. So think back to fear as we addressed it in secret number 2. If a kid is afraid to look or sound dumb or uncool if he or she does something incorrectly, how likely do you think that that child is to participate in class or join a club or a sport or even just try new things? So welcome to secret number 3. Wrong means right. Wrong means right is about framing the choices that your kids have so that either choice that they make is correct or a positive outcome. Has your child ever said something to you kind of like this? Look, I know what you're going to say, so I'm not even going to bother asking. So if so, in return, you should say, well, then either way, you're going to be right. So if you ask, and I do say no, then that means that you were smart enough to think ahead and know what the answer was going to be. And I'm proud of you for having that skill. And if my answer is yes, then you get what you really want. So either way, you win, you come out ahead. What this means with our kids and really even with ourselves is that we need to frame the questions so that wrong means right. In other words, either way, there is a positive outcome or a successful outcome that's been created. So this empowerment secret is also useful in the classroom. And many of the teachers that I work with use the story of Thomas Edison to demonstrate this with their students, whether they realize it or not. So legend has it that Thomas Edison was being interviewed by a newspaper reporter about his many incredible inventions. And the reporter was focused on what happened when he was trying to invent the light bulb. And he kept asking questions focusing on the numerous failed experiments that when he was trying to do that. So according to Edison's own journals, there were over 2,000 experiments that did not produce a viable light bulb. And the reporter asked is how Edison could just keep on going with so many failed attempts. And Edison's reply was a perfect example of wrong means right. He said, I didn't fail over 2,000 times. I succeeded in eliminating over 2,000 possibilities. I wasn't discouraged every time a wrong attempt was discarded. Means it's another step forward. So now each of the 10 secrets to empower kids are helpful and important in its own right. Kind of like building materials on a construction site that make a very tall skyscraper. But my 10 secrets combine to build an identity and belief system that reaches new heights. So secret number 3 has some added importance to it in that it connects several of the other secrets with each other. It basically serves to spread the weight across the entire system as opposed to putting it on one focal point. It keeps kids thinking positively when circumstances might normally dictate otherwise. So when practiced on a regular basis with your kids, wrong means right teaches them to use the same strategy for themselves. So now, not only will they ask more questions, but they will also begin to come up with their own creative solutions. And that's when the magic happens. By turning wrong into right, we give our kids the ability to examine the choices that they're presented with, and then to weigh the outcomes. Ultimately, by understanding the outcome in advance, our kids are able to plan their actions with more forethought and thereby make better choices. So leave a comment below on how you can start to employ wrong means right with your kids, and just as importantly, with yourself. And also please like and subscribe, and always remember, be great.